Hey everyone, welcome to my Dagger lineup video for Kayo on Split, and as usual, let's jump right into this. It's important to note on Split that the sites are small, so that one Dagger on a default plant area will cover the entire plant site. We're going to start off with A attackers. For this first Dagger, it will cover ramps to help you and your team push. Line up on this box of rocks, toss it onto this wall. Another ramp Dagger that is a lineup is lining up against this green wall, aligning your UI with this orange construction tray or cursor into the middle of this tower and toss it over. This will land right onto the ramps and force this player to either move or shoot the Dagger, which will give you the information you need. For a screens lineup, on your back with this box here, align your Dagger UI with the A site letter and right in between this letter here, like right into it. This is a precise Dagger to counter anybody in screens. For gathering information for someone directly on site, line up with the front of this box and align your shield UI with this roof line right here. Make sure that the shield is into this light blue roof line. We do this Dagger because sometimes there is a defender directly on site, and this will give you the information you and your team need to clear these corners if it suppresses somebody. For defending A entrance, line up here on the heaven ledge and aim at this vertical sign here. This will clear the entire opening area of A entrance. Now if you want a deeper Dagger, line up in the corner of heaven, aim a little higher than this little coffee pole here, and it will go further back into the coffee house and clear out the entire front side. Here's an easy A entrance on ramps. You just stand at this box and aim at this little opening here and simply toss it through and it'll hit the back wall. Now for B, it's quite simple since there's only one entrance. If you're playing high on this runway here, just look at this second roof and just toss it on here depending on where they're pushing. If they're close, toss it on the right. If it's the beginning of the round, push it to the left. Here's a situational Dagger. Just aim at the corner of the garage as you're retreating if you hear them rushing. If you're playing on site and the enemy pushes through heaven, there's two Daggers. If they're in mail, toss it into heaven. But if they're already in heaven and you're retreating, toss it onto this letter B over here. Here's another situational Dagger for when you're retreating out of heaven, you toss it onto the small gen as you're backing off. For B retake, another simple one, toss it into the center of the pillar for full site coverage. And if you want a lineup for a retake coming from A, you just line yourself up on these wooden panels and then align your flash UI with the electric cord of this sign. So the flash UI with this electrical cord. Toss it over and this lands right in the back and clears out default. For a lineup to push garage, you want to help your team clear heaven. You aim your cursor at the lower part of this building and this wall is for mail in heaven. For our lineup to clear out anyone in the back of site, align yourself with this back bench and toss your Dagger in between the sign and the pillar. Usually Ciphers and Killjoys play the default corner with their utility, so this is a great counter Dagger. And finally, if you're pushing from heaven, the most amount of info on site is this Dagger here on the center of the pillar. It will clear the entire site except where the back boxes are. Overall, Split is a solid map for Kayo due to the corners and short walls. On a map like this, his ultimate is incredibly impactful, but makes his Daggers and nades a little harder to utilize because of the way the lanes are set up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for more videos just like this every Wednesday. Thanks again.